What's up, everyone? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the hot commodity, Ant C, joined by my own personal hot commodity.
That's me.
He's here. He's actually hiding in the bathroom right now because it's our first time using headphones as we are recording. So hopefully there's no sound issues and everything sounds great. But today we are covering WWE Monday Night Raw from September 1st, 2025, live in Paris, France. We have the aftermath of Clash in Paris, and kicking off Raw, Jey Uso comes out to the ring, and Jey says, "I'm supposed to be world champion. Instead, I have medical tape around my waist. If you know one thing about Jey Uso, I don't play when it comes to my family. The big dog is laid up in the hospital. The Vision, bring your ass out here because it's go time." But instead of the Vision coming out, we have LA Knight. And Knight says, "I believed in myself last night. Instead, I stand here a loser. You spoiled everything last night at Clash in Paris. I'm sick of not being champion. If you're gonna stand in my way, I can bring you up to speed quick." And then Jay goes, "What's up?" And before the two of them can go at it, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker come out, and the four men argue, and it leads to Adam Pearce booking a tag team main event for later in the night. So we're setting up Raw with both LA Knight and Jey Uso believing that they should be champion. And they do this a lot where even in NXT, the people who are fighting each other, they end up teaming together. What do you think of this opening?
Yeah, it was a pretty good opening, but it does get kind of predictable. It's like as soon as you see them together, you're like, oh, they're gonna have to save each other in a fight tonight. But
Instead of them just being mad at each other, it's like, let's be mad at these
right,
two.
right, yeah. It's like they
But
used to do this with like Rock and Undertaker, like
mhm. They were
uh,
tag team champions going into fully loaded and they were defending the titles and then they lost them. But heading into SummerSlam 98, they were tag team champions. So good point there. Let's move on to another tag team, though. We see the Kabuki Warriors with Io Sky backstage, and Io apologizes to the Kabuki Warriors for getting mad at them last week. But Asuka looks upset while this is going on, and Kyrie tells Io everything will be okay, that they're going to take care of Judgment Day. And obviously, you can tell things are not going to be good for the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky. But we have Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez teaming up against, like I just mentioned, the Kabuki Warriors. Raquel hits Asuka to jackhammer, and Roxanne lands a lion salt, but Asuka kicks out. Kyrie hits an insane elbow to Raquel Rodriguez on the floor. Asuka applies the Asuka lock to Perez, and the Kabuki Warriors have defeated the Judgment Day without help from Io Sky or Rhea Ripley. What do you think of this here?
um, I'm excited for this. I mean, it's only the build up right now, but I think we're gonna get a great tag team match with Rhea and Io versus Kabuki Warriors. I think we're gonna get Kyrie probably, leaving Asuka. And I think we're gonna get Io and Asuka. So I think this is gonna lead to a whole bunch of good matches.
And it's interesting because Kyrie, she's usually you'll see a team go against one person, but Kyrie's in the middle. Like she wants to work with Io, but she's also friends with Asuka, and Asuka's character is now demanding things and being bitchy. So it's interesting storytelling here. And also, like you showed me a couple weeks ago, Asuka's been promoting this on her YouTube, talking about their history in Japan and how she treated her like a regular competitor rather than someone who was below her. So there's a lot of history there between these three ladies. So hopefully we'll see something there. Moving on, we have one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor, with the other half, JD McDonough, taking on Dragon Lee. And Dragon dies on to Finn Balor early in the match, but Finn gets the win after a coup de grace, and Finn Balor defeats Dragon Lee here. Dragon Lee has been on a defeating streak here past couple of weeks, but what'd you think?
Um, I really like Dragon Lee a lot. I, I like watching his matches. They're a lot of fun. I kind of wish that he would get more of a storyline. Um, he has good enough matches where he doesn't always need a storyline, but it would still be nice to have a story. But and Finn, we've been saying the same stuff for 2 years. Like it's time for him to leave the Judgment Day. These type of matches aren't really doing anything for him. They just kind of get him on TV.
Yeah, and I honestly don't think it's gonna lead to anything. My question is, who is gonna challenge the World Tag Team Champions at this point? Because there's really no contenders right now on Raw for the tag team titles.
Yeah, it's
So I'm,
for who are the champions right now? Oh, JD and Finn, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. The Andrade and Dragon Lee were a team for a while, but I haven't seen Andrade in a couple weeks now.
yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully, there's some teams that start to grow because the Judgment Day have been World Tag Team Champions, but they really haven't been defending the titles often. And it's just like at this point, get rid of them if you're not going to use them. We see
Yeah,
Io backstage talking to Nikki Bella, and then the Kabuki Warriors show up, and Asuka tells Io that she didn't win the title at SummerSlam, but they all will be champions soon, and she did it without any help. So Asuka kind of rubbing it in that she didn't. That first of all, Io lost the title opportunity at SummerSlam, and Asuka was able to defeat Roxanne and Raquel. So digging it in there a little bit. We're moving on to a six-man tag match. We see Penta and the War Raiders defeat Grayson Waller and the New Day after the War Raiders hit a combo splash power slam. Penta hits the Mexican Destroyer to Xavier Woods, and the New Day is going to be in mourning for a little bit while longer. What'd you think of this? I mean, we honestly like we fast forward through this because, in my
yeah,
opinion, the New Day has been sucking lately. I don't really care. It's funny, but at the same point, it's like put them for the tag titles or something. I don't understand why they're fighting Penta. There's no reason for it really. But what'd you think?
yeah. It's a total waste. I think the New Day have gotten really boring. The only hope we had was that something was going to happen with Big E, and that seems to have gone down the drain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of a lost cause for me. Um,
And they added Grayson Waller to this group like randomly, and it's not
yeah,
doing it.
and that's not going to help. Like, I want to see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory go at it. Um, so I don't understand how. I don't know if that's going to have something to do with it or what, but I I, I don't think it's doing anybody favors.
No, and Grayson Waller has been down arrival, so it's like give him something better to do. We see
Yeah,
the Kabuki Warriors confronting Rhea Ripley backstage, and Asuka tells Rhea that she's not ready for Asuka. So we're definitely going to see a fight between those two, and we're probably going to see Io have to make a decision over who she's going to support. We then have Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dominik Mysterio defending against AJ Styles in a rematch from SummerSlam. Dominik lands a Hurricane Rana to AJ Styles off the apron to the floor. AJ hits a gut buster, and then Dominik debuts his mullet-o-matic, which is a reverse execution. Dom hits three amigos in a frog splash, but AJ kicks out. AJ lands a modified brainbuster, and then AJ goes to the top rope. El Grande Americano shows up and trips AJ, hits AJ with a headbutt. Dom lands a frog splash, and Dominik defeats AJ Styles with some help from El Grande Americano. What do you think about all this? This is really fucking stupid, in my opinion.
yeah. I don't get why they dragged. I felt like the next time AJ and Dom fought, AJ was going to win the title. I don't know why they're doing this, but you know, I feel like AJ should have got it. I like Dom and I
Mhm.
like him as champion. Or if they didn't want him to lose the title yet, they should have just put him against somebody else and gone back around to AJ. I didn't feel like this was good for anybody.
No,
So
it was just, and they're not doing anything with El Grande. It's like he's coming out and fighting random people. And I get they're doing the Worlds Collide event where Dominic is going to be featured with El Grande, but it's just kill that character. Chad Gable's injured. It makes no sense without him. They're just pulling at the
yeah,
strings right now.
I don't get why they're doing the thing with Kaiser at all. And people are actually saying, oh, he's been the best El Grande Americano. It makes no sense. He has no storyline with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't get it at
And the
all.
thing too
And
is
he has
that
nothing
we're
to do with luchadors. Like, it's
exactly. That's what I
stupid.
say. There's no like it would be different if like we were supposed to assume that's Kaiser, but they're not like Michael Cole did a little bit where he's like, we know who this is, but now it's just like, here's El Grande Americano. But it's like, if we knew it was Kaiser, it'd be a bit more entertaining, I feel like. But I guess right now they're just doing doppelgangers of Grande Americano. Moving on, CM Punk comes out and he says that he plans on hijacking the show. He says he's out here until Seth Rollins comes out and faces him man to man. Seth Rollins' music hits, but the real man, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch, comes out. And remember, last time we saw Becky and CM Punk in the ring together, she cost CM Punk the world title in that Fatal 4-Way match at Clash in Paris, helping her husband Seth Rollins retain. Becky says, wasn't She's like, this isn't the man you were looking for, right? And Punk says, this has nothing to do with you. Becky says, you don't tell me what to do. You think you only affect the one person in my family. You're going to listen to what I have to say. I had to listen to you for months tell lies about my husband. Punk calls Seth Rollins a coward. Becky says, my husband has sacrificed more and he'll be everything you'll never be. You love the sound of your own voice. They chanted your name during my matches, showing that they don't care about what I was doing. You're the poster child for apathy. Me and my hot husband got this business where it is today. We run this division. We need you to get the hell out of the way. And then they chant for AJ Lee. And Becky goes, she doesn't even work here, and you don't fit the vision. Punk says, this is a 10-year beef because they chanted my name during your match. The only thing Seth Rollins runs from is his adversity. He's now choosing to hide behind his wife. You're a supremely talented superstar. He's a paper champion. This between us will never be over. And that's when world champion Seth Rollins comes out. Rollins says, if you got something to say to your champion, come down and say it to my face. And then CM Punk goes to leave, but Becky blocks him from leaving the ring and gets in his face. She slaps him numerous times and pushes him. Becky calls him pathetic. CM Punk then says, I'm going to make Seth Rollins regret cashing in on me, and you're going to regret touching me. And then Becky says, go on, farewell. And she sings the na 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 na, hey, hey, goodbye song to Punk. Punk leaves and runs into Adam Pearce backstage. Punk asks Pearce, where is SmackDown going to be held? Pierce tells him it's in Chicago, and Punk says, home, sweet home. Everybody is amped. I'm amped. Are we going to see the return of AJ Lee tonight here on Friday Night SmackDown? What do you think? Do you think AJ is going to come back, or do you think this is just another way to get people to watch and have nothing happen? Because I'll be fucking pissed if she doesn't show up.
I Okay, I don't know if she's going to be there, but I think the match for the WrestlePalooza is going to be made tonight. It's already like 99% of this match is happening. So
But do you think without her being there, people are going to care? I mean, people do remember her, but she hasn't been in WWE
I,
for over 10 years. Do you think she needs to show up for
yeah,
people to be like,
people
oh shit?
cheer for, yeah, people still cheer for her. And
But
she's
what do
not
you
like, we
think
haven't seen her in 10 years, and there's people cheering for her.
if she doesn't show up though, then how are they gonna get her involved? What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna play her music, they're gonna say AJ's coming back. Like
No,
something
I,
needs to
I think,
happen for us to be like, oh
I
shit.
think Punk could I think Punk could confront them and be like, I'm pretty sure we're going to see her tonight. I'm pretty sure. I
That
think
will
it's going
be
to happen.
awesome. I'm excited. Hopefully they do the mixed
And
tag.
Punk needs her because I don't think he won the promo war at all. I think
No.
all these people are so CM Punk happy. Like he left the company and badmouthed everybody, and then he comes back, and everybody's just supposed to act like that didn't happen. And Seth Rollins was the one. He won the first this new championship when they took both belts off Roman and got him down to one. Seth was the first champion again, and he
Yep.
held that title. So
Well, we can keep talking about it, but we're gonna find out tonight if AJ Lee definitely shows up or not. I think she's going to, and I'm excited for what's gonna happen. We have our main event here. We see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker defeat Jey Uso and LA Knight after Braun Breaker hits Jey with a spear. after Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker destroy both LA Knight and Jey Uso, sending Knight over the announce table, landing their tsunamis. That is until Jimmy Uso runs out with his steel chair, makes a save for his brother and I guess his brother's frenemy, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker back up. We're getting closer to Survivor Series. Are we going to get the Vision versus the new Bloodline group? They've all been intertwined. That will be exciting, but we see Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed win, but Jimmy Uso is that added element to help out the baby faces. What do you think?
Yeah. Wait a minute, Jimmy Uso
Yep, at the end of the match, he came after they won. He came out with a steel chair, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker backed up the aisle and were like, "Fuck this."
and Jey Uso was in the ring.
Yeah, he helped out Jay and
Oh,
LA
oh,
Knight because they were getting fucked
how did
up
I miss that?
because
Okay.
we didn't see the main event.
Oh, we never saw. Okay, I gotta
Yeah,
watch that. I want to see if
breaking the
we're
fourth
ready this
wall
time.
here at the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
I forgot we stopped it before that last match. Okay, well, I think that definitely makes things interesting. I've heard that they think War Games is going to be Team Roman versus the Vision, so it could be like
That'll be
Roman,
interesting.
the Usos, even CM Punk. That could make it interesting.
Mhm. Well, before we go, tell me for you,
You know,
what
they'll
was
put
the
Sami Zayn in there.
Oh yeah, Sami Zayn's definitely because God forbid Sammy does anything on his own. But before we close out, what was your moment that you're still talking about? For me, it was the idea that AJ Lee might show up on SmackDown. The promo between Becky Lynch and CM Punk, I felt like was the only thing aside from the Dominik Mysterio and AJ Styles match, that was the only thing. And the Kabuki Warriors issue with Io Sky that's really heating up on Raw. But what about you? What did you like and dislike?
Yeah. My favorite was the promo with Becky and Punk for sure. Um, and dislike.
New
I
Day,
didn't like
maybe?
the New Day. I didn't like the tag team stuff. Um, yeah, like the women's stuff was okay, but yeah, I'm bored of the New Day. I'm bored of Finn Balor and JD. I want to
Well,
see
I'm
Finn
not bored
Balor.
of you, and I'm not bored of all the people tuning in. If you are listening and you like what you hear, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that fucking notification bell. Leave a comment. Are you excited for AJ Lee's return, or do you think we're just getting hyped up for nothing? You can check out our past episodes of 2025 in the archives. We cover every Raw and SmackDown, also NXT. We have WrestlePalooza coming up at the end of September. We have AEW All Out. We have a lot coming your way. No Mercy NXT. Also, Attitude Year Season 4 will be dropping shortly. Be on the lookout for that. We're covering Raw is War in the year 2001. So make sure you be on the lookout for all of that good stuff coming your way. And until next time, stay safe and stay
And
uncensored.
stay uncensored.
Say it, baby.